Girl, let's talk. But before we do, as you know, PJ's on, drink in hand, let's do this. So just get comfortable because tonight is going to be one of those conversations you might not know that you need until you're actually like halfway through it. And I've been having a lot of those conversations lately because I know you're tired. I know you've been showing up, creating, trying, doing your part, and it still feels slow, quiet, heavy. And even if you've been thinking, what if I just stopped? Then this one is definitely going to be for you. Now, before I get into this conversation, great drink. This is actually grapefruit juice because you guys know I'm trying to lose some weight. So quite delicious too. PJs that I have on, not really PJs, just really like my little comfy little set. It's a 2-piece set, shorts. If you guys want to see what it looks like, go check out my community tabs. I'm going to post the pictures over there so you guys can see it. Cannot remember where I got this from, but I would probably try to tag something similar to it in my Amazon storefront and you guys can shop that. The link will be below. Now, God, guys, this is one of those conversations where it's like, we've all have had that thought of just giving up, quitting, not doing it no more. And I want to talk to you about the moment that no one else sees, the moment you consider quitting, not loudly, not with an announcement, but just slowly slipping away, just easily slipping away. You stop posting, right? Either you slow down posting, you stop believing, you stop planning. And it's not because you don't want it anymore, but because it hurts to want it so badly and still feel stuck. This is kind of like how I've been feeling lately, where I have been pushing out content. And I'm getting ready to do 2 new series to kind of revamp some content that I'm going to tell you guys about later on, probably towards the end of the episode. But it gets to a point where you feel like I'm doing all this, I'm pushing on this content and I'm seeing some growth, but I'm not really seeing a lot of growth. And you feel like, is anybody even seeing anything? Is anybody even watching? And you still continue to do it. One, I think because I just love to do it, right? I love to get behind this microphone and talk. I love to create content. If you don't know anything about me, I'm the kind of person that studies other people type content, right? Other ways of shooting content, making content more creative and more engaging. So I'm that techie kind of girl. I'm 50, but I'm a techie kind of girl. I love to do some editing. I'll do some editing, but if I could get it off to someone else, trust me, I'll give it to them if I had the money to. But I learned different styles of editing simply because I want to be able to make my content more engaging. I want people to watch all the way through. I want my shorts and my reels and all my TikTok videos to be engaging for people. So I'm getting to do 2 new series and I'm going to be able to do these series. They're going to be all shorts for YouTube Shorts and all my other social platforms as well. It won't be long form content, but I'm going to really start being more creative location wise, just doing different things. So, because I've been feeling like this lately, like just quietly stopping, quietly pulling back a little bit. And I just want you to know, sis, girl, listen, I see you because you've been there more times than I can count, especially since getting laid off. Because when you don't see anything happening, you start to question stuff. And starting over at 50 isn't cute on camera all the time. It's hard, it's humbling, and it's really healing for me because I didn't think I was going to even tell anyone about me actually getting laid off. For a long time, I didn't say anything to anyone. I didn't want people to know because I felt embarrassed. I really did. I felt embarrassed because I got laid off. And although I know it wasn't my fault, but at the same time, I just didn't want people to know that, okay, she's not working, she's not bringing in money, she can't find a job. So it was just kind of embarrassing. Well, sometimes starting over at 50 is not cute. It's hard. But here's what I know for sure. You can't quit now. We just can't. We just cannot quit now. Girl, we have come too far because what you're building isn't just for views. It's not just for likes. It's for the woman you're becoming. And that's what I keep reminding myself. It's not just for views. It's not just for likes. It's really for who I'm becoming. And I'm documenting who I'm becoming after this layoff. I don't know if you guys know if you're 50 or if you're younger or older, when you hit 50, it's a pivotal age in your life. Because at 50, you would think that you're really establishing your career. You're a homeowner, which I'm a homeowner. You know, you're just financially, you're set, right? You're tracking upwards in a good place. And so when you're 50 and you get laid off, actually I was 49 when I got laid off, it's kind of like a gut punch because you did not think that this is where you were going to be at that age. You did not think that you would have to rebuild at 50. Looking for jobs at 50 is not an easy thing to do because, especially since I was in product management, I was in tech, I'm competing with people who are, God, half my age. And a lot of times I have way more experience than them. And so they'll get those jobs because they don't have as much experience as I do. So their salaries won't be as high as mine. And so it's been difficult. And I just know this is not the time for me to do it. And I'm gonna tell you that you've come too far to go back to playing it small. And that's what I tell myself all the time. I can't go back to playing it small. I can't go back to just doing what people expect me to do. And although we may not see results yet, but that doesn't mean nothing is working. It means that we're still in the becoming phase. We're still in that becoming. We're still becoming. Becoming doesn't look like winning all the time, right? And what happens is that we're in that becoming stage, but we don't know we're in it. And we begin to think that, okay, I don't need to do this no more. This is not for me. It's not working for me. Maybe I'm not built for this. But, I want you to imagine what happens if you don't quit. Because I know we feel that way. I want you to imagine if you keep posting, you keep planting, you keep learning, and you keep growing. Just imagine what could happen. You know what I mean? It can be something that you never thought it could be. And I think when it comes to doing something on your own, like content creation or any type of business on your own, at any moment, life can change. At any moment, this thing that you're creating can just go viral, or it can just take a turn for an amazing type of experience. What is flying around in my house right now, guys? Oh my God. Okay, I just got distracted. Okay. We all got a little ADD in us, right? But I don't know. What I know is that you're building community. You're building credibility, right? You're building trust. And most importantly, you are building resilience. Because we know when shit get hard, as women especially, we pushing through. We get very resilient. When we have our family that we have to take care of, kids that we have to feed, life happens to us, we get very resilient and we push through like none other. That's just who we are as women, right? One day, this is what I keep telling myself, so I'm saying it to you guys. One day, someone is going to binge watch your journey and say, she kept going when no one knew her name. It's not like, come on, think about that. Someone's going to binge watch your content, binge watch your journey and relate to your journey so much and say, wow, she kept going through all that when no one was even watching. So that's why I still show up every day. I still do content every day. Next week, I'm going into posting 2 times a week on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts. I'm going to up my posting. I'm going to stay consistent with posting my long form video over here on YouTube. And so I'm just staying consistent and I'm staying committed to the things that I said I was going to do for myself. Because the only person that I'm going to disappoint is me. When you're doing something for yourself, when you're not checking in with a boss, you're not having those one-on-one meetings to figure out where you are, what you need help in, what things that you might be lacking, everything depends on you. And so I am in a place where I am checking with myself and I am really looking at me and saying, Sean, you got to up your game. You got to stay consistent. It doesn't matter what the views say. It doesn't matter if things are not moving that you feel they should move, right? You need to stay consistent. And that's what I'm doing. I really am. That's what I'm really trying to do, because it's not easy to be in these quiet moments, right? But let me be clear on this. You are allowed to rest. You're allowed to pause, but don't quit on the woman you're becoming. You can pause. You can rest. Because I rest. I take social breaks. I move slower some weeks. But quitting, that's not an option anymore. And not because it's easy, but because my purpose is louder than my doubt. What I'm trying to do is so much louder. And so I stay with that. Now, my dog just ran out. He just distracted me because I'm like, who's here, right? Everybody's sleeping, who's downstairs? But girl, I'm good. So if you've been thinking about quitting, I hope this is your sign to stay just a little longer. One more video, one more post, one more week. That's all you're asking. Because on the other side of this quiet season is the woman who didn't give up on herself. And girl, that's me and you. That's you, that's me, that's us. Okay? So I want you to drop a fire emoji or either fire emoji in the comments and let me know that you're still showing up for your dream, even when no one is clapping yet. And I'll see you back right here next Sunday, wine or tea in hand, PJs on, and your heart open, and let's keep going together.